Preparing for an interview is daunting, and especially so when you've never had to interview for a job before. In this class, I'm going to take you through an interviewing technique commonly called the STAR method that should help you structure your responses to common interview questions. Very soon, you will be searching for jobs or internships, and after your resume and cover letter has caught the attention of employers, you can expect to receive an invitation to interview. There are many interview styles and formats, such as technical interviews to gauge a technical ability, for example, your coding skills, or a case interview for consulting that helps understand your approach to problem solving, and the very commonly used behavioral or situational style interview, which is what this specific class will best prepare you for. So what are behavioral or situational interviews? In this format of interviewing, the employer will ask questions about your past work or experiences in order to find out if you have the skills and qualities needed for the job. The concept behind this tactic is that past behavior reflects and can be extrapolated to future behavior. The questions they may ask are designed to be open-ended to reveal your strengths and limitations, and depending on your answer, they can ask further questions to learn more about you. Before I share with you how best to approach answering past experiences or behavioral style interview questions, I want you to know that the first thing you could do to help you prepare is to understand the role and organization as best as you can. The other key aspect in navigating the interview process and make you a memorable candidate is to remember to tell a compelling story. I'm now going to teach you a technique that will help you answer the behavioral question effectively. Think about a good movie you may have recently watched. I bet what it had was a great story arc. The scene is set and you're given some background information to help you understand the plot. The protagonist is on a mission to save the world, and you as an audience are following along on this journey. There seems to be a clear path, a beginning, a middle, and an end that had you engaged and interested at each stage of the story. Now think of your interview and how you also want to engage the audience, in this case the interviewer, as you walk them through your professional story. To do this, structure your interview answers using the STAR technique. S stands for situation. Set the scene and describe the situation from your past. T stands for task. Briefly describe the task you undertook. A stands for action. Explain to them any actions, methods, and tools you may have used to accomplish your goal or task. R stands for results. End with stating any outcome, results, or deliverables associated with this experience that you're explaining. By painting a picture, you are very briefly, strategically, and effectively sharing what you did in particular to complete or contribute to a project. At this stage, pause this video and look at the enclosed document I shared with you that comprises some common behavioral interview questions. Once you have looked at the sheet, come back to this video so I can demonstrate how you might answer this question using an example. Let us say the interviewer asks you to take a minute and reflect on your proudest accomplishment. Then an example of how you could use the STAR technique is as follows. That's a great question. I think one of my proudest accomplishments has to be in my 5th year as a graduate student at the University of South Carolina, where I envisioned, planned, and organized my university's first international cultural festival. I was the president of the International Student Association and learned through surveying my peers that they felt that there was a serious lack of international community amongst graduate students. I brainstormed with the team and came up with a proposal and structure for an annual cultural festival to facilitate cross-cultural exchange between students of various backgrounds and the community. In collaboration with stakeholders within the university and with the community, we launched an innovative marketing campaign, auditioned participants for a talent showcase, and even received funding from the university. When the day arrived, we had a sold-out show, and I'm proud to say that the event is in its 7th year now. To help craft your answers for the STAR technique, you're going to have to think of various situations from your past that you can use as an example to present in the interview. My recommendation is to look at the position responsibilities and qualities that the employer cares about and work backwards. If the employer is looking for someone in a leadership position who's a great collaborator, excellent communicator, and takes initiative, then anticipate questions that are designed to reveal those qualities in you. Taking it a step further, reflect upon a time that you were a leader, started a new project in the lab, or perhaps presented your work to a diverse audience. Write down 2 to 3 stories to use in your story toolbox that you can then layer over with the STAR technique. The more you practice the technique, get comfortable with telling a compelling story, the more confident and prepared you will feel to face any behavioral style question. From the employer's perspective, you are letting them know that you came prepared, that you are a good communicator, can provide value to them, and absolutely meet their needs. As a next step, I would like you to review the accompanying document that will help you reflect on different scenarios from your past. Write down 1 to 2 examples for each situation. How would you use the STAR technique to tell your story in an interview? The next time we meet, we will practice some questions together and get feedback on your technique.